Hi guys, this is Mr. Sutton, the Lake City High School librarian. And anyways, in this short screencast, I'm just going to show you really quickly how you can navigate to our website, where all the tools and resources that we have available through the library. And so, anyways, to get started, let's go ahead and just go to Lake City High School's webpage. And on the home page, in this blue ribbon up at the top, you will see this label up here in the upper left-hand corner where it says Our School. Now, if you just hover above that and then come down to the third option in the drop-down menu, you'll see LCHS Library. So let's just go ahead and click on that. Now, what this takes us to is a program called Destiny Discover. You can see that in the upper left-hand corner. And Destiny Discover is the online catalog for all of the libraries in the Coeur d'Alene School District. So if you spend any time in our district through, depending on which middle school or grade school you went to, there's a decent chance that you were shown this before. You maybe forgot how to navigate around it, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some of the things that you can find available. First and foremost, if you are looking to find a book to check out, you can come in this top bar where it says search, obviously. And I'm just going to go ahead and type in Stephen King. So if you're unfamiliar with Stephen King, he has written a bazillion novels. And so it ends up that we have a lot of his material in our library. So you can do an author search, or you can do a title search of a particular book, or you can even do a subject search. So in this case, we're going to do the author search. I'm going to click on search here. And we will see that we ended up with 57 results coming back in our library. Now, kind of the interesting thing in our results here is that Stephen King is known for writing novels, which are considered fiction. But the first three results that we have coming back are actually nonfiction. So these are informational sorts of books that we have available. And I can tell that they are nonfiction by looking at the call number. So the call number in this first one, if we look right here, is 813 REI. And anytime you see a number in the call number, you know that it is a nonfiction book that we're looking at. And so you can look at the title of this book, and it's Stephen King, The First Decade, Carried to Pet Cemetery, which is basically a book that's going to describe some of the earlier works that Stephen King has done. And it's not a novel written by Stephen King. Second book that we have listed is very similar. It's just focusing on the second decade. And then the third book in our list, and once again, this is 813 for the call number. So I know that this is a nonfiction book. The title of it's Feast of Fear, Conversations with Stephen King. So this must be some sort of collection of interviews with Stephen King. Something to point out in this is this book is actually checked out currently, so it would not be something that you could come down to the library and check out, at least on the day that I'm recording this. If we scroll down a little bit further, now we start getting into some of the books that Stephen King has written. This first one that we're looking at here is Carrie. I think this was an awfully popular book. It was made into a movie twice, I believe. And if you look in the upper left-hand corner of the cover here, you'll see that the book is actually available at this time. And when you look at the call number, you'll notice that it starts with FIC. And what that tells me as a librarian is that this is a fiction book. So on all of the books in the library, we have a spine label, which is just a little white sticker that we put on all the spines of all the books. And all of our fiction books on the top line have FIC, which just designates it as a fiction work. The next three letters in this case, which would be on the second line down, is KIN, and that just stands for the first three letters of Stephen King's last name. So all of what this does for us is this, as far as how the library is organized with our fiction books, is they are all arranged according to the author's last name. So if we come down to the next fiction book that we have listed here, the book It will end up with the same call letters, FIC, and then followed by KIN. And that just simply means that on the shelf, they'll be roughly in the same location. And if we come down through the rest of these, you'll see that pretty much all of them are going to have that same call number.